5 mistakes holding you back as a duelist. So you want to learn how to entry? Well, welcome, little bro. Playing Duelist is one of the most rewarding roles in Valorant if played correctly, because you can quite literally solo carry yourselves into the higher ranks. It is therefore very important to fix the mistakes you're making on Duelist in order to make you a solo carry demon. So let's get straight to the mistakes. Mistake number 1. Something I see too many people still do as a Duelist is baiting your teammates. I know it sounds obvious, but it's way too common not to talk about. A lot of the times we as Duelists can be scared to push in, and therefore cause our teammates to push in before us. The reason why this is so bad is that 1, your agent is specifically assigned to entry, so it is therefore your job to push in with your team to secure space. And 2, if one of your other non-duelist teammates push on the side and die, you now lose crucial abilities that can either make or break your rounds. You should never let your smoker go first, as losing a smoker is a death sentence in rank. Same with Sentinel, although ciphers usually die, so it's fine. Let them lurk, bro. Let them do whatever they want. Mistake number 2 I see a lot of duelists make is being scared to enter for the team. I know most of you guys aren't pussies, but a lot of you guys are scared because you guys think about dying first. Dying first isn't necessarily the end of the world, especially not if your death means your team gets a lot of space. If we look at Ascent and Pro play, we can see that the players playing Jet almost always has the most amount of first deaths, because they put pressure on the enemy team by going in first, dashing, and creating that space. Now, where this issue stems from is confidence. The number 1 trait a duelist needs to have is confidence. If you don't have confidence in yourself or your team will not be confident enough backing you up. You pushing in is going to give your team the confidence to go in with you, which makes you guys more likely to be able to take the side and win the round. Everyone in Valorant are scared to push, but it has to be done. How you do it makes or breaks the attack, so don't f it up, okay? The opposite of this is over pushing. What I mean by this is pushing way too early before having any info of where any enemies are or how many enemies there are on a bomb site. This is mad stupid, as you over pushing on either attack or defense is basically just losing a round and giving it to the enemies. The common thing to tell duelist players is to be aggressive and push, but there's literally no point in pushing without anyone following you and no info. This just means that you can get shot from 19 sides, so unless you're tense or have aimbot and can flick to all 19 at the same time, then it's better to just push when you have the info you need. And if your team isn't giving you the info you need, direct them to what they should do. Be the IGL. It is therefore important to only be aggressive when it's actually beneficial for your team. Don't push in like a dumbass. I know a lot of you guys probably first time duelists and thinking you just have to go in on site, but it isn't going to help your team in any way because they're not there to back you up. I promise. They're probably like 50 kilometers away. Another mistake I see very often is that a lot of you guys rely too much on your aim and are therefore not using your abilities enough. I know a lot of you guys pride yourselves in your ability to aim and spend 50 million hours on aim labs or kovacs, and that is important. However, your job as a duelist is, believe it or not, create space. The easiest way to create space isn't to take 50-50 aim duels and dry peek someone. It is actually to use your abilities. Every duelist kit is there to create space, whether that be dashing into smoke to open space, or whether that be to chuck grenades at unsuspecting victims or satchel in their face. So remember to use your kit because it is there to help you and not to hurt you. Mistake number 4, a lot of you guys don't ask your teammates enough to help. You guys need as many advantages as possible. Going into a site blindly is like playing Valorant on a 1990s computer. It is not gonna work. So ask Breach for stun, solo for an arrow or a drone, etc. Without having any type of information, it's practically impossible to win that round. So ask them to use their abilities that can give you an upper hand on the enemy. Yo, Sova, Breach, can you guys stun an arrow for me? Yo, Sova, Breach, stun an arrow for me. That's good, that's good, that's good. I know it's scary. I know you probably have social anxiety, but ask your teammates to do the job. Because if you want to win, that's what you have to do. Right now, you're probably like, oh, my teammates doesn't have microphones, or my teammates are deaf. They won't listen to me.
Yeah, you want a side effect?
Well, little bro, you either 1, learn sign language, or 2, scream at them, write at them, or use the inbuilt agent commands. Because if they don't do their job, they're trolling. And you won't get trolls every single game. That's statistically impossible. So don't blame everything on that. It's probably you that speaks weird, bro. Now, I want you guys to see if this scenario has happened before. You guys go for a fast push, but just before entering side, you guys get mollied off, slowed, and smoked off. Now, how do you counter this? Well, pretty simple. If this happens to you, that means that the enemy knows how to counter your push. To fix this, you guys probably have to play contact. Now, what is playing contact? Playing contact means you guys push slowly without making sound until you see an enemy, then you guys explode. Imagine you're playing split B main. What you do is you slowly push up main until you're at the choke point. That's when you guys explode and get onto site before they can throw your util. Because this makes it very, very hard for the enemies to util dump your guys' asses. Now, Be careful though, because if the enemy has an op, it is very, very punishing to play contact because you're going to slowly creep up and then the op is going to hold that angle and shoot you straight in the face. So be very careful. See if they have enough econ to buy an op. If they don't, great, play contact. Now, you might say to yourself, but I always get one shot when entering. Well, one mistake you probably make is you don't corrupt their crosshair placement. What I mean by this is you got to ruin the enemy's crosshair placement on you by using your abilities. This can either be through a jet smoke where you can pop up from 3 different angles, or a high rain of flash that makes the enemies flick up and then down again. There are multiple ways to corrupt crosshair placement, so make sure you take advantage of these and make the enemies have to make long and imprecise movements to be able to kill you. Lastly, and probably most important, is to always check every single corner and slice the pie for your team. You guys have a lot of time in your round. Don't stress yourself too much. Take your time to make sure your crosshair placement is good. Enemies are 19 times out of 10 rats, so make sure to check every corner. Your teammates will probably rage and maul at you if you don't clear the corner where the Cypher is holding you with a judge who ends up killing your entire team because of it. You gotta remember also that the way you should check corners as a duelist is you need to slice the pie a lot of times, because you never know if a person is standing in an off angle. So you have to go slowly and take your time clearing each angle. Because if your teammates have used the util correctly, you should be able to isolate one-on-one angles to give you an advantage in your fight. Also, remember with entering, if you don't have a good team comp supporting you, it'll always feel very, very hard to take control side. There isn't a whole lot of things you can do with that, as you won't have the necessary information or abilities to be able to enter successfully. Therefore, please don't let it get you down, as this will f with your mentality of the game. Find different ways to break the enemies down without being able to entry. Because I know a lot of you guys will probably insta-lock Duelist, then you'll get another Reyna, then you get another Raze or something like that, then you end up having 1 Smoker, 1 Sentinel, and 5 Duelists. If you guys don't have an initiator, it's very, very hard to get onto site properly. So make sure that you don't let yourself get down if you're going 2 and 10, because a lot of the times it isn't your fault. I mean, you can sit there and bait your whole entire team, but that won't work either. Just try to like knock at the defensive wall. Maybe something will happen. Maybe something will work. But a lot of times it's better to just hold an angle a little bit, wait for them to push you, and play on their mistakes. Because a lot of the time they might get a little bit too cocky if they win too many rounds. Because when defense happens, that's when you guys really, really shine and you guys kill them all. I wish you guys good luck with entering as a duelist. Before ending, I want you guys to remember that getting kills with duelists is cool and all, but the most important thing is to create space and give your guys' team that advantage. Because if you don't entry, nothing's gonna happen with the match. Teams tend to blame the duelist for everything, so remember, some things are just not in your control as a duelist. Anyways, hopefully this video helped you, as I know I really struggle with playing duelist and entering properly. These are just some things I learned after playing a lot of duelists and also watching different streamers and different duelists play. But yeah, if this video helped you, please subscribe, as this really helps me out more than you guys can even imagine. Stay safe, everyone. I hope you guys win all your ranked games, so good luck in that ranked sesh. It is therefore only fuck. Now right now you're probably like, you guys go for a fast push, but just before entering sites